Welcome to Keeping It Real with KC. I am your host, KC Phoenix. I am not doing a daily thought today. I decided to do, and I've done this once before, and this is just like a pop-up tarot card reading. I call it the Anyone Who Needs to Hear It tarot card readings, which is for the collective. So whoever it resonates with, that's who it resonates with. It's a little bit different from how I do my regular tarot card readings. They're usually at the table. I usually have everything set up and my crystals and all that stuff. This one is just me. I pulled out two of my decks, and that's that. I don't really check for the energy per se with the pre-shuffle. However, I shuffled my main deck, didn't look really at the cards as I was shuffling them. But for the clarifying deck, something told me to look down, and I did. And I had seen the Six of Swords as well. And this, after I had shuffled again, something told me to look down again. Then I saw the Hierophant. So some of you may be going back to school, the Hierophant, or some type of institution, some type of official institution, possibly maybe even marriage, but I wasn't really picking up marriage. I was picking up school for some reason. And I know that some people are like, well, the year's almost over. Well, no, some people are thinking about going back to school. And that's sort of what I was picking up when I looked at the Hierophant. And then with the Six of Swords, obviously, someone is moving away from a different situation. I felt that it's probably going to be a physical move, is what I picked up on that energy with the Six of Swords. Now, before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Bullhorn, Overcast, and several other podcasting platforms. Listen to whatever platform works best for you. As for social media, KIRWKC. On all the social media platforms, feel free to swing by any of the pages, give a follow, leave a comment, give a like, share, all of that good stuff. And if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to share, because sharing is caring. And don't forget to subscribe. That way you will know when I upload new podcast audios and videos. So usually with the mid-month readings, I pull 4 cards. And for the monthlies, I pull 8 cards. For anyone who needs to hear it, I just pull whatever's on my mind. So it could be 4, it could be 8, could be 12. I don't know. But let me go ahead and see. And the deck I'm using is one of my favorite decks. I love this deck because some of the art, it really gets the point across, is what it does. So right now, okay, again, this is for the collective. So anyone who needs to hear it, whoever needs to hear it, I need a card, please. For whoever needs to hear it. Thank you. What card is this? 9 of Pentacles. So some of you are very independent right now as well. You've been working on your stability. I had to look at the card and make sure to see which way his head was facing. He's facing to the left. So some of you have already established your independence. You've been working hard. The 8 of Pentacles, of course, is before the 9 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles deals with work. The 9 of Pentacles is a step above. Some people call it pre-Empress energy or pre-Queen of Pentacles energy, is what they call the 9 of Pentacles. This is one of the rare cards where the 9 of Pentacles is actually a male. Usually it's a female when it comes to the 9 of Pentacles. So for this 9 of Pentacles, some of you are very, very financially stable right now, whoever this may resonate with. Also, because this is one of the rare occasions where this 9 of Pentacles is a male, it wouldn't surprise me if some of you have met someone who is very financially stable, who when you go out to eat, you don't have to worry about pulling out your wallet. And you can be male or female, because again, date who you want to date. That's what I say. But yeah, specifically, even though I always say energy doesn't have a gender, because this one was a male and there's usually a female on the Nine of Pentacles cards and tarot decks, it wouldn't surprise me if some of you may have already met an actual biological male and they're very, very stable. They're very well off. They're very hardworking. So far, you've already picked up the vibe that you don't need to carry them in any way financially. May I have another card, please? And my deck is turning. I'm not going to take this other one because if it's meant for it to come out, it's going to come out. So I'll give it the opportunity to do so. What card is this that fell? Ugh. The Emperor. And by the way, Nine of Pentacles is Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Emperor is Aries energy, is what this is. Some of you may be taking charge. Also, some of you may be meeting in Aries too. But the Emperor deals with, like, almost similar to the King of Wands, starting new projects, things of that nature, being an architect, being a person of authority. Also, when it comes to a person of authority, it could be someone that you're dealing with on the job too. So that could be it. May I have another card, please? May I have another card, please? Okay, this one, yeah, it's telling me to take it. It's like a bunch were falling out. It's telling me to take this one too. Okay, Tower was falling out. It wanted to come out. And then also the Five of Wands. Conflict. So Tower is also Aries energy too, because Mars is ruled by Mars. The planet of Mars rules Aries. So this is a lot of Aries energy. Five of Wands is fire energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. And because these two are coming out together, there could have been a conflict, or there may be a conflict arising in the future, but I feel like this may have already happened with the Tower and the Five of Wands coming out together, where you've had a disagreement with someone. It could be the Emperor that you've had a disagreement with, where you could have had a disagreement, especially with all this Aries here, because Emperor is Aries, the Tower is Aries and Scorpio. But you could be dealing with an Aries, you could have had a conflict with one. Doesn't have to be though. But due to the conflict that you've had, it has put you in a, how can I put, I don't want to say unstable, because some people think of towers as that. You could almost say that. What it has done is it's brought to light what was not on a solid foundation. So whatever this argument was that caused this Tower moment, or that will cause that, I feel, but again, I feel like this has already happened. Whatever this argument was that caused this Tower moment, it's just showing the true colors of the situation. It is what it's done. So if you have recently had an argument with someone and you're like, okay, yeah, that's exactly what it was. This has already happened, because when I got ready to take another card, this is what came out. The World. It's a completion. The World is the completion of a cycle. And that Tower had to happen for you to complete the cycle. If the Tower didn't happen for you, the World card wouldn't have came out. And now that the World card has come out, now that that argument has happened, now that the Tower has fallen, you're seeing things for what they really are, that they weren't really on stable foundation to begin with. Now you've graduated, per se, to another level. It just took the argument happening, as bad and as passionate as it was, because again, Five of Wands is fire energy. Fire, and the wands are passion, fire. So as passionate as the argument was, it's still, in the tower that it caused, it still gave you the ability to upgrade. So now it's going to be on to bigger and better things. Also with the world, it can mean traveling again. Again, with the clarifying deck, I had seen the Six of Swords in there. So maybe for some of you, you've decided, like, you're getting out of a relationship and then you're deciding, hey, you know what? I think I want to go back to school. It is what it may be. Because again, with the Hierophant, it's official institutions. And it doesn't necessarily have to be school. It can be something else. But school was the energy I was picking up. That's the energy. I wasn't picking up marriage. I wasn't picking up court. I wasn't picking up, I'm trying to think of any other official institutions off the top of my head. I wasn't picking up, government agency type stuff. The thing that I was picking up when I looked at the Hierophant card was school. So maybe this argument that has happened now that things have been released, because as the things that don't serve you fall away and are removed from your life and you've graduated the world card to another level, you can actually pursue other things. Meaning one of those things could be higher education as well. Maybe you weren't able to pursue higher education when you were in whatever circumstance you were in. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a family relationship. It could be a work relationship. Maybe the hours that you were working at your job were not going to work with you being in school. But now that this tower has fallen, the conflict has happened, you have an open schedule now. And you can go back to school and do what you need to do. So, and hence the world card. And it could be a possibility that your school is in another location, or the school that you want to go to or that you're interested in is in another location that is not where you're currently at now. Again, the world card can also be about traveling. So yeah, let me go ahead and take another card. May I have another card, please? And this one, something's telling me to take this one. This is the Nine of Wands. This is the Wounded Warrior, is what this one is. So Nine of Wands, meaning that you've been through a battle. I feel that this is obviously past energy. The Five of Wands, the conflict, I believe that it happened because of the Nine of Wands. Because whatever situation you were in, you were being the good soldier and dealing with it as best you could. Hence, it finally got to a breaking point. The Tower. So that's where we're at on that. I think I'm going to take another card too. May I have another card, please? Oh, that one wanted to come out. What's that one? Page of Wands. So something new will be coming in. So you're definitely, whoever this is resonating with, you're going to start something new. You're going to have a passion about something new. Also, there could be a message coming in too. Pages bring messages too, whether it's Page of Wands, Page of Swords, Page of Cups, or Page of Pentacles. Pages bring messages. With this Page of Wands, this is a passionate new start, but a message could also be attached to it. You could also be this Page of Wands, which Page of Wands can also semi-relate to movement again. So with moving, relocating, things of that nature. So keep that in mind. See what I have here. May I have another card, please? Thank you. Queen of Cups energy. Queen of Cups doesn't have any restrictions on the love that she gives. Queen of Cups is also very intuitive. She's the most intuitive queen out of all of the queens. You could be in this energy, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female. You could be in this energy right now where you're very intuitive. Also, you could be in the energy where you have a very open heart right now, and you're very nurturing right now. Maybe now that this tower has happened, whatever the situation was where you may have been guarded before, you may feel you can open up a little bit again now that whatever was going on in the past, now that it's behind you because the tower has fallen, you've received the world card, you're on to the next level. You have the ability to give more of yourself versus the old cycle that you were in. You weren't able to give as much of yourself as you would like because you were already the wounded warrior. Every time you gave a little bit of yourself, and again, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be a work relationship. It can be a family relationship. Every time you gave a little bit of yourself, it was like a battle all the time. But now that the tower has fallen and you've left all of that stuff behind, you feel a little bit more comfortable giving more of yourself again. And you don't place as many restrictions, if any, because the Queen of Cups really doesn't have any restrictions on her cup. She pours it out without restrictions. So now you feel you can pour out your cup to those who are worthy. So that's another thing. But again, it goes to intuition too. So you might have good intuition right now where you can see things, you can see people for who and what they are. You know who's good for you, you know who's not good for you, you know what road to go down, you know what road not to go down. What is this? Another page. This is the Page of Pentacles. With this coming out after the Queen of Cups, and as I was talking about intuition, some of you might want to consider looking at the stock market. I'm not saying, and again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice. What I am saying is that it wouldn't hurt to do some research on the stock market, and don't do anything irresponsible, like throw all of your savings into one stock or throw all of your savings into the stock market. Don't do anything like that. I'm saying that if you're in the Queen of Cups energy, again, it doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. If you're in the Queen of Cups energy where your intuition is good and you're looking over things, the universe is going to show stuff to you. It's going to, where if something seems like, hey, this may not be such a bad idea, the universe is going to show you that. But also remember, in everything that you do, there has to be moderation. Even though Temperance hasn't come out saying that, I'm saying that. There has to be moderation when it comes to that. But with the Page of Pentacles, if you follow your intuition, more than likely, it is going to lead you to some money. Also, there is a possibility that some money is coming towards you in a message. So keep that in mind too. It may not be a thing of, and this just jumped out, judgment. So second chance. This is going to be a second chance on something. You're going to pass judgment, or judgment is going to be passed on you. Now that the Hierophant was in that clarifying deck for the pre-shuffle, some of you may end up in court. And now, and since it came out after and this other one just came out too, what is this? Six of Wands. If any of you are going to court for anything, you're going to be victorious. Six of Wands is about victory. So if any of you are going to court for anything, then you're going to be victorious. Is what's going to happen. The odds are you're going to be victorious. Can I see every court case in the United States of America? No, I can't, or any other country, because I don't know about other court systems. But more than likely, if this is resonating with you, you're going to be victorious, because the Six of Wands came out right after the Judgment card. It came out right after the Judgment card. So that's a victory. That's a judgment victory. It could be a possibility too, because the Page of Pentacles was right before the Judgment. If I take those three together with the Page of Pentacles, the Judgment, and the Six of Wands, there may be some type of settlement in your favor. So for any of those who are listening or watching, if you are dealing with something court-wise right now, then the settlement would more than likely be in your favor. May I have enough? Thank you. This one is a Ten of Wands. I'm going to read this as a reversal instead, because again, I don't read reversals, I read energy. I'm going to read it as a reversal. Instead of you carrying a burden, whatever it is after this judgment is passed, I feel the burden is going to be lifted, is what's going to happen. May I have another card, please? May I have another card, please? Is there anything else the collective needs to know? May I have another card, please? That seemed like it wanted to come out, but it didn't. I'm going to let it come out on its own instead of forcing it. If it's meant for it to come out, it will come out. Something is telling me to take this one. Four of Cups. Be on the lookout. Again, use your intuition. Be on the lookout for hidden blessings. I said in one of my readings before when the Four of Cups came out, don't block the blessings, because that's almost what a Four of Cups is, where you're focusing on the Three Cups and you're forgetting about the cup that is being offered to you. And the fourth cup is usually an offer from the universe to you. Don't block your blessings. So be on the lookout for hidden blessings too. Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Is there anything else that anyone needs to know? Is there anything else the collective needs to know? Thank you. Four of Pentacles. This can be holding on to things. This can also be being a good steward of your finances. For those of you, what's coming to me is for those of you who do receive some type of blessing, some type of settlement possibly, or anything from an official institution, because I'm going back to that Page of Pentacles. You need to not be reckless with your money. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't be reckless with your money. Listen to your intuition. Also, something is telling me, be careful who you tell. For those of you, if you get a settlement, be careful who you tell. And it's not being dishonest. It's just you're not telling everyone your business. So, because I feel like somebody is going to ask you, if they find out about it, they're going to ask you for some money. And whoever this is resonating with, you already know who this person is or who these individuals are. You're like I said, your intuition is probably very, very good right now. You already know who these individuals are. For whatever settlement comes in, be careful who you tell. Quiet as it's kept, I wouldn't tell anyone at all. Because you know how people are. And when the settlement does come in, how can I say this? Don't run out and buy the first thing that you think of. Like if you get $100,000 settlement, and I'm just throwing that number out there. If you get $100,000 settlement, don't run out and say, oh, well, I'm just going to go and spend $10,000 on this and do that because I can. No, don't do that. And something is saying, whatever you want to purchase after you get your settlement, wait 4 days. Because with the Four of Pentacles, something is saying, wait 4 days and think about it. Like, don't do impulsive buying. Wait 4 days. If once you get your settlement, the money's in your account, you paid all the attorneys, because you know how it goes with the attorneys, because we all deal with them. After they get their cut and everything else and the money's in your account, you're already going to have some ideas of some things you may want to buy right away. Before you run off and burn up your credit card or whatever, or, taking out cash out the bank and doing this and doing that, or getting ready to take a trip, and yes, people are still traveling, and doing this and doing that, wait 4 days and think about it. That's what I'm telling you. Wait 4 days and think about it. Be a good steward of whatever the universe has blessed you with. And with your intuition, it will tell you whether it's a good purchase or not, or it may guide you. Your intuition may guide you to an individual or an institution that can help you with managing your newfound abundance, is what I'm getting. But wait 4 days. Don't just let it sit. Wait 4 days. Is there anything else? Is there any other energy? What's this? Popped out. 8 of Swords. This is being in your head. This is known as a self-imprisonment card. Putting yourself in your own mental prison. Whatever responsibilities that you take on, whether it's money related or whether it's with pursuing a new course in life, because again, as I started out at the beginning saying, that some of you may be looking to go back to school, some of you may be moving, some of you have graduated with the World card and are moving on to different things. Don't let that become, what is the word? The word is on the tip of my tongue. Don't let it scare you for one, but there's a specific word. Universe, what is that word? I know it. I have a good vocabulary. I really, really do. Don't overwhelmed. Had to think. Don't let it overwhelm you. So for you starting your new course in life, or for you running into this new abundance or what have you, don't let any of it overwhelm you so much that you put yourself in a prison away from everyone else and you get stuck in your thoughts. Like, oh my God, can I do this? Can I handle that? Well, what about this? What about that? Oh, what should I do? Well, does this person want something from me? Does that person want something from me? All of this other stuff. Don't put yourself in a prison. Again, listen to your intuition. You'll know. You'll know if something's not right. You'll know what works best for you because your intuition is more than likely high right now because the Queen of Cups came out. Is there anything else? So far, I'm not. Is there anything else for the collective? Whew, what's this? 8 of Cups. So we got 2 8s. All right, 8 of Cups is walking away. So you're going to be walking away from something or some people or someone. Someone, some people, or something. You're going to be walking away. And that's all part of this new life. As people show themselves with whatever journey you're going down. And again, it doesn't necessarily have to be that you receive some type of settlement or inheritance or anything like that. And I doubt it would be an inheritance because the 6 of Cups didn't come out. If the 6 of Cups came out, I would say more along the lines of inheritance. And I'm not ruling it out, but I feel like it will be more of a settlement is what it would be. As for others who will receive some type of money from an official institution or some type of abundance, because your intuition is high, some of you will be walking away from things and people because you have graduated and moved on to a different level. And with your new life, the certain things in your past won't fit in it. You can't force a square into a triangle. You can't do it. So just keep things like that in mind. You're more than likely going to walk away from some things and some people, some things that you may have done when you were the old you, some habits that you had when you were the old you, some things you may have put up with from other people when you were the old you. You more than likely will not be putting up with those things anymore. With the Eight of Cups, saying that you're going to be walking away. And from what I can tell, you're going to be walking into this new life. Let's see. Is there anything else for the collective? And I think that's what I'm going to title this, New Life, because that's all I'm picking up from this. All of the stuff that I've been reading so far in these cards is signaling a new life, is what it's signaling. Whether it is just completely walking away and doing your thing and pursuing your dream, or whether it is receiving some type of settlement, and then that abundance gives you the resources you need to start a new life. Regardless of what it is, what is this card? Something flipped over. Yeah, you can't make this stuff up, the Fool. It's going to be a new life. This is a new start for you. This is Aries energy. But this is going to be a new start for you. And you're going to throw caution to the wind, is what you're going to do. And I'm going to stop right there. Is where I'm going to stop it right there. I'm going to title this New Life. If any of this resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, don't forget to hit subscribe. That way you know when I upload new videos and audios for the podcast. And don't forget to share, because sharing is caring. If you have a comment, feel free to throw it down below. Thank you again to everyone for your support. Until next time, be blessed.